Hey everyone, welcome back to my second channel of apartment hunting in Sydney. A bit of a spoiler alert, I still haven't found my apartment, but today I'll be showing you 3 different types of apartment that I have gone to check out since my last video. To be honest, 2 out of the 3 I really liked, and maybe it's not kind of your cup of tea, but I really liked it. I actually put in applications to both of them, but they didn't go through. And in retrospect, I think it was good that it didn't go through, because now that I look at it again, I do see things that I probably wouldn't have actually liked if I were to move in, and I think I applied because I was in a rush. So yeah, let's jump straight into it and have a look at the 3 apartments. I am recording this on my phone, which hopefully means that the audio is a bit better than the last video. I have my laptop next to me, so I'll be looking over here to look at the video and add my commentary along the side. Alright, let's jump straight into it. I need to wear my earphones. So this was the first place I checked out after posting my video, and I walked up these stairs and enter this really spacious apartment. I'm not sure why I just skipped past the kitchen, but that was my favorite part of the apartment. So anywho, this toilet is okay, but not the best. I definitely want something a bit more modern, and also, I don't know, I just didn't love, I guess, the old and less modern style to it. But I really like that there were 2 little parakeets outside, so I totally read that as a sign that this was a place, because I personally have 6 little budgies, and so I think I was a bit biased after seeing the parakeets. This is the first bedroom. It has its ensuite, it's carpeted, and then this is the main bedroom. It's a lot bigger, it has its own balcony, and they actually have a huge wardrobe which has like 3 different doors. Didn't manage to open the balcony, so I think I just left. But if we continue walking, I think I show a bit more of I can't talk today, the toilet. Okay, I guess that was it. But basically, I'm not sure why I skimmed through the kitchen. That was literally the reason why I was so drawn to this place. It was huge, it was super spacious, and the lounge room adjacent to it was also really big. But basically, I put an application through. It was $400 a week. I put in like $380 and it fell through. And so just because you put an application doesn't mean you're guaranteed to be approved. And so if you were to negotiate, say, the duration of the lease as well as the rental price, you are risking not being approved of the place and also someone else getting the place. And so you really need to weigh it up. Like, is it worth, I guess, negotiating and maybe not getting the place, or should you just kind of go with the terms of the lease and then have a higher chance of getting the place? So on to the second place. Highest level of the building complex. As soon as you go in, you have this little room. There's no wardrobe, so I imagine this would be like a study space, which is okay. Carpeted, not a huge fan, but not a deal breaker. Second bedroom, slightly bigger, but this one does have built-in wardrobes. And then opposite is the bathroom. Once again, it's like I never learn from my lessons, but if a place on real estate or Domain or whatever website you use doesn't have photos of the bathroom, it most likely is because it's a pretty old bathroom. So that was actually a deal breaker for me, and so the remaining of the place didn't really matter to me, considering that I didn't love the bathroom already. The floors are a bit, I guess, old. The kitchen, didn't love that it wasn't gas, and I also found the laundry room a bit old and worn down. The agent's just chilling outside, they don't really talk to you or anything, and so you just have time to wander and take videos. Also didn't love the security at the door. It just looked really old and it felt like someone could easily break it and break in. Although this place did come with a huge storage and huge garage, but I'm sorry, this was just a no. So a bit of context into this third apartment. I actually put in an application and it went through and I was approved. However, I only viewed this apartment via like a phone call, FaceTime, sorry, mind blank. And so I liked it on video and I thought I'm just gonna put in an application and see how it goes, and I actually negotiated the rent down $20. And so when it was approved, I did request to actually view the place in person, and I actually brought my dad along with me just to see if he could, I guess, just to get his initial opinion, and also to, I guess, have a second eye. Unfortunately, after I looked at this place, even though I liked it, my dad had quite strong opinions about the lack of security in this block. It was ground level, no cameras, no secure, I guess, tags to actually go into the building apartment because it's ground level. Anyone from the streets could walk in, and so that actually became one of my non-negotiables, which is security. Like, I'm more than happy to pay more for a place that is secure, just for peace of mind, I guess. Nonetheless, let's go through this place and I'll add some commentary around what I liked, and I guess some things that I didn't like about this place. So you walk in, the fly screen door is actually broken, but super spacious living room, and I do like that the floorboards, well, I guess the floor is floorboards instead of carpet. As you can tell, it's not super far from ground, although I think it would be a bit difficult for someone to jump in unless they were intending to jump in. I think it would be pretty easy for them to try. Kitchen, really, really loved it. Even though it was like electric stovetop, I just liked how modern it was, and it was also recently renovated. Ceiling, not so much, still pretty old. And also the kitchen window had no blinds. I asked if they would put blinds in, but they couldn't guarantee it. Moving on to the bathroom, you can see that it is busted, the wall. I think the paint they used was wrong, and so it would have leaked if I were to shower in that. And also didn't love like the towel rack, for instance, very, very old. Moving on to the first bedroom, I guess the laundry space, very good, I guess, nothing to comment. First bedroom has blinds, pretty spacious, has a built-in, fairly new wardrobe as well. And if you move on to the second bedroom, it's even bigger. Floorboards also has blinds, and it has 3 different, I guess, doors for your walk-in. And so I really, really liked it, and it was like a tick, tick, tick to me. I guess the only flaws was that it was on ground level, there was no security. The kitchen window didn't have blinds, and the bathroom wall was busted. It is a bit nerve-wracking because you only get probably 5 minutes to decide on whether you want to stay in this property for the next 6 to 12 months. I highly recommend you take videos when you get in, take photos, and just point out different things, because you can actually write in the application what you don't like about it and what you want fixed before you move in. So if you think the place has a smell, you can comment on that in the application form, and they can accommodate if they choose to go ahead with you. Cool. I might just quickly touch on what the application process entails. So usually if you see a listing online that you are interested in, you will send them a message through like their contact form. Once you do that, they usually are able to email you privately and organize a private inspection, probably in the next week or so. Once you attend that private inspection, you, I guess, get a feel of the place, and if you like it, the next step is for them to send you an application link. And then in that application link, what you need to do is provide them general details about, I guess, your work, your personal details, your current living address, current living status, and a few, I guess, documentations. The documents that I sent through in the last two applications were proof of ID, proof of income, so your payslip, Medicare card. They could ask you for like phone bills, they could ask you for car registry details if it has like a car parking spot. And I think that's it. And then once you send that through, they usually get back to you within 2 to 3 days, in which I assume, I haven't done this yet obviously, but I think once they get back to you, you need to pay like a small deposit for them to take the listing off the market. And so yeah, I don't know what the process is, but I would love to make a video going into this a bit more detail, but I thought I'll share a high level view of what the application process is like for those who are curious and interested in, I guess, what it's like. I do want to wrap this up pretty quickly because I am like sweating profusely. It is just the start of spring, but it is so warm in Sydney right now. So I think something that I've learned over the last 3 inspections is how important it is to actually go to that place to view it. It is very, very different on video, and you would notice and pick up a lot of things that you wouldn't actually pick up if it was just through a video inspection. The second thing I learned is that security is really important. So from now onwards, I will only look for apartment blocks that are actually in a secure apartment, which means that it might be a bit more expensive, but I think it's definitely worth the peace of mind. The third thing is to not be afraid to negotiate. The first application I did negotiate and they didn't approve it, but the second place I negotiated a lower price and they did approve it. And so don't be afraid to negotiate for a lower price, because it definitely is flexible. Another thing is I highly recommend going to an inspection with an extra person, just so you get more subjective view. I mean, I was really set on one place because there were rainbow parakeets. And so having that objective view, objective third party, would be really helpful in making decisions like this. For the third place, I loved that it was so big and that it had 2 bedrooms, but in retrospect, I don't think I want 2 bedrooms. It's just too big of a space to live in, and also just to decorate. And I think I'm more comfortable living in one better, with a nice lounge, a nice kitchen, and a nice bathroom. The last thing is that if you're anything like me and you prioritize having a nice bathroom, I probably wouldn't recommend going to an inspection if the listing itself doesn't have a photo of the bathroom. It most likely is because they don't have a nice bathroom, and hence they didn't add a photo. So it will save you a lot of time if you just call the listings that don't have a bathroom. So all in all, I've been to quite a few inspections now. There definitely have been places that I've visited but didn't actually film because it just was like a hard no for me. And I guess what I really want to say is to just not give up. Like, for the price point that I'm going for, the range is huge. Like I'm seeing really nice places, but I'm also seeing places that I just would never see myself living in. And so if you put in the effort and actually filter and spend time going through different listings, you will find something. And that's a bit rich coming from me, as I haven't found anything yet. But I do believe that if you put in the right filters and if you spend enough time investing in looking for an apartment, you will be able to find, or at least start going to inspect a few places. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up. It really does help, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.